You never know where your blessings are going to come or how they're going to come. Your charge is to stay tenacious in your pursuit of it. Whether it be on the stage or life itself, that's all one thing. But if you should choose another aspect of life, your blessings are coming if you stay steadfast with it. Keeping that focus in mind, knowing who you are. Right now, you don't know who you are, but you're coming into who you are. You're being prepared for something great, something wonderful. You're being prepared for excellence, because you are the excellence in which you are seeking to be. You want to be an actress because there's something inside of you that needs to express itself through you. And acting is the tool which you've chose to release that energy. Again, another one.
And it was real. When he first started, I was almost uncomfortable because I felt like he was phoning it in. The second time, it was.
You connected. Anybody else? Anybody else?
Almost stopped acting.
You almost stopped acting. Almost. Now, that was a good observation. But it was more. It was more in the being, seeking for beingness, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
Learning from Ben Vereen was a phenomenal experience. First off, to just see how he interacted with the girl who was doing the monologue, just how he showed that passion that she was trying to feel, and he kind of fed that through to her, and it made the monologue infinite times better. And when I went up there, it was just almost grandiose to be in his presence. I mean, Ben Vereen. So, and first time I sang the song, it was mere for performance, so he could see how I was and how I performed. But the second time, he made me feel the passion that was in me. He kind of gave me a spark, and it was just, that got me. And apparently the performance showed. I'm really thankful to have had this experience with Ben Vereen.
It was a wonderful experience. I learned a lot about myself. I learned that I knew from the get-go that I had a lot to learn, but I found out the magnitude of how much it has to go on. And I learned that I have a lot of walls up. And I'm very grateful that I got to work with him today.
Obviously, you can hear something a million times and it means nothing, and then immediately when somebody says it the right way, it all comes together. And I think this is just an example of one of those times when somebody like him, who's been there, so many different places and so many different medias, it just comes together, it clicks.
Much of what Mr. Vereen had to say was exactly the kinds of lessons I'm trying to get them to understand. And I know now they're going to come back into class and they'll they'll be able to accept it a little bit more. It's kind of funny how one person can say something one way and one person says it just slightly different, and all of a sudden light bulbs go off. Mr. Vereen talked about honesty and truthfulness and not acting, which is something that I like to harp on, and I think they will actually perhaps get the lesson at the moment. I think one of the benefits to the college in general is that by bringing in people of this stature, future students will be able to recognize that we're serious about our education here, and we're serious about bringing in the kind of people that will help them, people who have been in the business, who can, so they know that the information they're getting is relevant to today's world. And Ben Vereen has been there, and I mean, he's done it all. He starred in film, TV, and on Broadway. And anybody who's looking to come here will be able to say, "Oh, this is a serious man they brought in." If they bring people in like that for me to talk to, it's the kind of place that I want to go.